Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Ask Me Anything webinar. My name is Danny. I'm the host today. I am the enrollments manager at Fourth Rev with the London School of Economics and Political Science team here. And I'm really excited to introduce you into today's guest. But in one moment, I just want to go through a few housekeepings. Please use the Q&A box at the bottom for any questions. We have our enrollment advisor, Shahana, on standby for the end of the webinar, where we'll get to answer some of your questions. We'd love to hear from you in the chat, not for questions, but maybe just for comments and remarks. If you could tell us where you're from and why you're interested in digital marketing, we always love to hear from our audience as well. And yeah, just a reminder to use the Q&A function for any questions, and we'll get to them at the end. Now it's my absolute pleasure to introduce Fernanda. So a big warm welcome to one of our learners from the London School of Economics Digital Marketing Career Accelerator. Hi, Fernanda.
Hello everyone. Thanks for having me here.
Thank
Uh,
you so much for joining us. Yeah.
it's a pleasure to be here because it was such an amazing journey, and I'm more than happy to share with everyone.
Awesome. So yeah, well, let's get straight into it then. I know that you completed the digital marketing career accelerator. What drew you to choosing that career accelerator?
Yeah, so it's an interesting thing because I was going through a little bit of was not sure what I was doing for my career, so I wanted to try things, and I was working. I always worked with creativity and broadcast and production, TV production, and this kind of thing. And then suddenly I saw myself in a very corporate environment. And I was working with B2B, very tech style. And then I said, well, if I wanted to join everything, what could I do, right? And I knew about go-to-market strategy or something related to that, but I wanted to go further to know deep about it. I started doing another course from Fourth Rev, and I finished that course, which was amazing too. Was product management, and interesting. At the last module was go-to-market strategy, and
Mhm.
that was like, ah, that. I think this is exactly what I need to know more. So that
Mhm.
course was amazing for the whole process. I knew a lot. I learned a lot, but then this it stayed on me. So after 1 year, I said, you know what? I really want that. I'm going to look for this another course from Fourth Rev. I knew already what was happening with me, the learning curve and everything. So that's why I decided to apply again and to do this course. Yeah.
That's incredible. To have completed a career accelerator, to have taken it, worked with it a little bit, and then to come back and do another one. I think that's very admirable, and I'm very impressed because, and we'll get into the time commitment of the program in a bit, but I know what it takes to get through one of these. So well done.
Thank you.
How do you feel that this program, the Digital Marketing Career Accelerator, complemented your existing experience, and how did it elevate the skills that you already had?
Yes, because before I already had a course in digital marketing, but was in 2016.
Mhm.
And a lot of things changed. Like the market is completely different. And I really felt this gap. So I wanted to make sure I had the most updated skills, and I needed to feel confident in order to show up to the market and say, "Look, I'm capable to do that." And when I was reading the program, I saw that the course had everything that I need, like the strategy and how to apply these skills and a little bit of leadership. So,
Mhm.
and the employer project, which is something that we can talk further. But
Yeah,
yeah, that was made me decide for this course.
absolutely. And nothing instills confidence like a certificate from the London School of Economics. So I think it was a great choice.
Yeah.
Speaking to your experience on the program, and you touched on the employer project, How practical is the learning experience on the Career Accelerator?
I think that the Career Accelerator is one of the most, it's the closest to course that you can get to the practical. And the reason why I'm saying that is because every assignment has a challenge and real world challenge. So you learn for a model and then you have an assignment. And this assignment, you need to really apply all that skills.
Mhm.
It's not operational, but it's like strategy. It's how to get there. It show the path to succeed on that strategy, which is very good. Yeah, it's this is what I needed.
Absolutely. And what would you say was the most valuable skill that you gained, and how do the skills taught compare to those that are used in industry today?
Mhm. So the obviously, I think everything was eh, amazing, and I'm not saying this because of the this webinar here. It's like really what I feel. But the one before the last one, like the third model was about leadership and innovation. Having this skill made me feel so much confident. Like I could go to any company and add to this company because the way I see things is completely different. I see in a way that I can change a workflow. I can think from outside and not just I'm here inside doing my work. And it's a very valuable skills. This not just leadership as a leader for people like managing, but leadership in a way you think in order to change the environment you are for better.
I really love that. When we talk to candidates to take the program, we chat a lot about their career goals, and that's part of the big decision-making process when taking on a career accelerator. How has this program supported you in achieving your career goals?
Um, yes, it's helping because I just finished, right? And I'm getting answers for the applications I'm doing, and I'm feeling confident in the interview. So this is amazing. This is already a big step because before not even had having like replies, and now I know exactly what my strengths are because I work together with the career coaches also. They helped me to understand where I was, or where were my gaps, what I needed to do in order to stand out in the crowd, right? So this has been helping me a lot. And even inside of my company today, it was very clear how I grew in the meetings, challenging uh, uh, some some results that I think that could be better. So I'm much more capable to add value to
Mhm.
my company for sure.
Awesome. And how does the program help learners stay competitive in a rapidly evolving digital economy and marketing industry?
Yes, so things are evolving so fast with AI, right? And one thing that it was very interesting this course is apart from the whole the models that you have there, you also have the master classes. And the master classes is with professionals in the market that knows exactly what is happening. So for example, how to instead of just being concentrated on SEO, you can go further to GEO, for example, and how you get there. So how to use AI, how to leverage all these tech stacks uh, for your benefit. So I think it opened your eyes for what is happening at the moment.
Absolutely, and it's so important. Um, how do you feel the practical projects really prepared you for real world marketing challenges?
Yeah. Uh, while I was doing the first module, I had a assignment, and I felt so confident after that that I did the same for my company. I said, "Oh, you know that I can do that," And
Huh?
that was the first thing that they told me, you are doing really well here, because before we were hiring a really expensive third company to do that, right?
Mm,
And I'm able to get there. So it was just, obviously it was just the first model. The learning curve was already very good. I knew I could go further, but what I delivered was something really nice. On
mm,
the second model, the challenge was even bigger. So imagine that, I'm not giving too much details here, but imagine that I had like a much bigger budget to spend in a campaign, and I had to prove how I would get results with that. And how you prove that if you don't have the foundation, if you don't know how to analyze, if you don't know how to get there, right? These kind of assignments made me feel confident to go to my company and say, look, we can deliver ROI because of
mm.
this and that. So I think this, yeah, this was making me feel step by step more confident to get there.
That's absolutely amazing that you could kind of do them side by side like that. That's such an incredible opportunity, and I'm sure your company really saw the benefit of you taking the program through that.
Yeah.
The program itself has a lot of emphasis on data literacy. How has this changed your approach to marketing strategy?
Exactly, because before I was feeling blind when I was working with that,
Hmm.
because there was this vanity metrics that can be very funny if you don't really know what really matters, right? And when because I was not really aware about that, I was accepting answers that were not really what I wanted to hear. And then when I learned about data, when I learned how to read that, how to interpret that, how to make this happen in your favor, then things start to be clear for me. And then I start to use that to help me to achieve my results. So when you have data, then you have results. Without data, you are blind completely.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad to hear you say that. There's another massive component to the career accelerator, and that's the impact that it has on your career, but also the support and the career guidance that you get along the way. How effective was the career support and the coaching that you received through this program? And if you have one, we'd love to hear a specific example of your experience.
Yes. So the career coach, it's a really helpful. Um, it's really helpful for you to get there, and the reason is our mind is a little bit funny sometimes, because we feel like we are not able to, or that we are not getting good results and everything. And the career coach helps you not only to go things the basics, but like to go further to develop you in a way that you can get there. I was very lucky because I worked with two career coaches in the different course, and they were very different, and they helped me in different ways. The fact of I'm being here today speaking with you because I'm very shy. It's a, it's a work that I had with one of the career coaches that said to me, "You need to challenge yourself," and that's why I'm here. And also networking, for example, was reminded all the time that networking is just a conversation, and how you do that, right? So there are a lot of frameworks and techniques that you can do in order to get there, and will help you in your career, and they are like more than capable to help you on that.
Well, I think it's incredibly impressive, and I'm very grateful to have you here today. So well done. You should be very proud of yourself. It isn't easy to put yourself out there in this way, but we're grateful for you doing that. And testament to your career coach. Well done to them too for the support.
Thank you.
How do you feel like the coaching helped refine your career strategy, your approach to progression, and any opportunities that came your way through that?
I think the main thing was helping me to position myself in the market.
Mhm.
Because if you don't have the right position, you're not gonna get there. And the right position means know what are your skills and how you need to show up there, because otherwise you're gonna be just one more person.
Mhm.
And I think this career coach helped me to understand what are exactly my mix of skills and how I could sell that.
Mhm.
It was amazing. And also, like I just said, like this, I'm shy and networking, talking to people, be open for that. And the career coach also has some group sessions that are also really helpful. And during these group sessions, there's very small group sessions. You also make a lot of network, which is so you do network all the time if you are open to that, right? You need to be open. You need to put yourself there and use the most of this course. So yeah, it's been good.
Amazing. And do you feel that you had adequate support from the facilitators on the program? I know that you confirmed about the coaches, but there's also the student success team. Did you feel that you had good support from the periphery teams as well?
Yes, I think apart from this, yes, there is the success team, right? And they are really really helpful. You can connect with them once a week or whatever, whenever you need. And this is amazing because when you have not only like you are not, because it's not every day that's a good day, to be very honest. So there are some times that you feel like very empowered, let's make it happen and blah blah blah, and the other day you feel that it's so difficult and I'm not getting there, I'm not doing progress. And the success team help you that or keep you on track. They give you the certain that you can get there. And yes, if you use that, this is really helpful.
Amazing. And apart from this webinar, what has been your biggest win since starting or completing the digital marketing career accelerator?
I did the same project that I did for the. I have two big wings. Okay,
Mhm.
so one was like the same the leadership project that I did during the career coach, the career accelerator. I did for my company. The project is ready. It's on my manager table. I hope this go further. So I know that this can change a lot of things for good, and I feel confident with that. So there is this, and the other thing is the employer project.
Mhm.
Um, with me, for me was very challenging, but I loved every second. And the strategy that we delivered to them was very good. I'm very proud of what my team delivered. And after that, I was so interested to see that happens, not just the strategy. Then now I'm volunteering for them. So it's a non-profit company, right? So
Mhm.
it's called Cancer Support Netherlands, and now I'm volunteer for them because I really want to see that happens. So now I'm helping them to implement all the tech stuff before the digital marketing. So choosing their automation, their website, and all this stuff. So it's a lot of knowledge suddenly.
And I love that you want to share your knowledge and help. I think that that's great, very admirable. How did this program help you progress within your own company setting or within the industry?
Sorry, can you repeat?
How did this program help you progress within your company or within the industry?
Yeah, so I'm applying internally and externally,
Mhm.
and this is clear with my manager because I really want be fully marketing. At this moment, I work with partnerships and marketing, so I'm middle. I want to be fully marketing. And yes, like I said, I'm in the middle of a process, so I can't talk much about this.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
But it's helping.
Definitely is helping.
Let's hope they don't watch the recording.
Yes.
How important was the London School of Economics certificate, in validating your skills and building that confidence?
Yes, it's LSE, right? It's one of
Mhm,
the best universities, right? So can't say much about that. Like LSE is LSE, and don't think like it's gonna be easy because it's not easy. But if
mhm.
you are looking for something easier, don't look for LSE, right?
Yeah,
But there is a guarantee that you're gonna learn. So if this is the objective, so then you have it.
absolutely. Um, let's speak a little bit more about that, about the kind of the time commitment and the workload for a career accelerator. A career shift, change, or advancement is always going to take it's going to take a lot. How did you manage the workload alongside your job and your personal responsibilities?
Yes, you need to be very smart on that because it can be heavy if you don't organize yourself very well, because there
Mhm,
is this commitment, and I personally like to make things well done, and sometimes you can feel overwhelmed if you don't organize yourself.
mhm,
So it's doable. You can do it, but you need to know that there is a dedication, right? You need to dedicate time for that. Um, so what I did, I tried to study after hours and a little bit over the weekend also, if it was too much for me. And you need to make sure you take some time off to breathe.
mhm,
Uh, and I organized myself with my manager, and I was able to take some days off uh, close to the assignments, so I was able to dedicate myself to that. But this was my personal agreement with my manager. From the previous one, I didn't take time off. I was able to do it, but again, you need to organize yourself very well.
mhm. Yeah, and the program is about 20 hours per week. So it is a big commitment, but you if you're looking to make a change or advance your career, what you put in is what you'll get out of it.
Exactly, it's like 20 hours weekly. It's a big commitment, but if you think about the learning curve, it's worth.
Mhm.
It's not that you are just spending all this amount of time and you are not getting anywhere. The learning curve is amazing.
Absolutely. Um, and over 6 months, right? So that's incredible.
Yeah.
You spoke a little bit about group sessions for career coaching sessions and networking opportunities. How, during the program, did you feel connected to your peers on the program? How did that enhance or contribute to your learning experience on the Career Accelerator?
Yeah, so I did connect with few of them. We had a WhatsApp chat where we
Oh,
were sharing experiences and knowledge and helping each other. After that, two of those are joined also as a volunteer for this nonprofit. So we
mhm.
are two working together, and we get well and we help each other. One is in Netherlands, the other one is completely the other side of the world. So it's been interesting to work with different people.
Yeah. I love that because the Career Accelerator doesn't organize the WhatsApp group. You and your peers have taken that on yourself
Yeah.
to get and network there. I really love that. I think that's testament to the opportunities on a program like this and the people you get to meet and work with. So a lot of our audience today here will be considering taking the Career Accelerator. What advice would you give to someone considering joining this digital marketing career accelerator?
Yeah, if you are looking for a course that you want to be updated with the market, if you want to feel confident with strategy and with leadership, innovation, and to put your knowledge in practice, I think this is the right course. Apart from that, enjoy the journey because it's not easy. enjoy the journey, like get the most of that, because there is a lot of ways of you expanding your knowledge with masterclasses, career coach, success team. Apart from the facilitator, that is a person from the market. He is very knowledgeable and very helpful. So there is a lot of tools that you can use, right? So enjoy the journey and get the most of that.
Love that. Enjoy the journey. Who would you recommend this program to and why?
So I would recommend to people, to anyone that uh, yeah, they want to be updated with the market. Yeah. And the reason is it's going fast. One day you have AI being the most amazing thing. The other day it's agentic AI,
Mhm.
and it's different things. And you can hear about that. You can talk with your facilitator about these. Uh, Although I don't think we have like a very specific model about that, but they talk about that. There is the master classes, and you can always talk with your facilitator. So and you can in the innovation model, you can use that. You can propose that, right?
Yeah,
You can choose. But yeah, I think this is a very good way to get there.
yeah. You've spoken about, how great the program is, and that's obviously fantastic for us to hear and for the audience to hear. But it is a commitment, and I'm sure that you face some challenges along the way. What was your biggest challenge during the program, and how were you able to overcome it?
Yeah, the biggest challenge is time, right?
Mhm.
Because um, for example, the first assignment is the first assignment. You never did that, or if you did, was not exactly for the university. Let's think like that. For me, it was very challenging to put the deck together, right? And I was overthinking. And to be honest, you just need to put things there and use the facilitator, use the success team, use them instead of just being stressed by yourself. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, I think my biggest challenge was time, was overthinking on because I wanted to do the best and I was stressed.
I like that you had support to kind of deal and cope with that along your journey.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've also done a few ad hoc marketing projects, from the Career Accelerator, but with your current company. You mentioned a project sitting on your manager's desk at the moment. Has this helped you unlock new opportunities and increased responsibility within your company and within your current role?
It's halfway, let's say.
Mhm.
It's
Okay. It's a process.
process. It's clear my knowledge. It's clear for everyone where I can get. The
Mhm.
conversation already happened, but there is a timing there that needed to wait. So that's why I am inside and externally. I'm not just sitting and wait. Huh, what is going to happen with me? I want to take over my career. This is one thing that you learn on the career coach. Also, you are responsible for your career. So I'm doing that happen.
I think that's a great perspective.
Yeah.
Do you believe that this program was worth the investment? And if you want to elaborate a little bit on your answer, I'm sure the audience would love to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, considering that this is the second time that I do this investment, it's obviously that it's worth, right? Uh, I think the knowledge that you gain is invaluable. It's because it's not just related to the marketing, but also your personal development, and you're gonna use this forever.
Mhm.
And so it's not just one thing. It's like the whole structure that you have. So I really think that is really worth.
Amazing. I'm really so happy to have you here today and to see, you mentioned the kind of the imposter syndrome and working on your confidence in public speaking. And so it's so great to actually see this transpire. And thank you for taking the time to answer some of my questions. I'm going to hand over to my colleague Shahana now. She's going to give a brief overview of the program itself. I'm sure our audience is a little bit curious about that. And then we'll get into the Q&A box. So if you don't mind just holding on, I'm sure there'll be some direct questions for you as well as for Shahana. Awesome.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you, Danny and Fernanda, for that amazing interview. I'll introduce myself better. My name is Shahana. I am one of the many enrollment advisors for the LSE Digital Marketing Career Accelerator program. So I'll go through, I'm the person at the go-to when you need to speak a bit more about the program, understand the course a bit better. We can have a one-to-one chat and just have a better conversation about whether your career goals align with our career accelerator. So just to give you a brief overview for the course, it's a 6-month program. It's online, it's part-time study. It's asynchronous learning in that you can log in anytime you want during the week, whatever is good for you and your schedule, as long as you can dedicate roughly 20 hours a week of studying. So there is that huge level of flexibility of studying this course. It's a 6-month program consisted of 3 courses alongside a final employer project. Each course is 6 weeks long, so it's going to be very in-depth and very immersive, and there will be a different academic teacher for each course. So as you can see, it is pretty immersive. It's going to be very in-depth. I mean, the course is pretty hands-on practical, as Fernanda previously explained about her experience of studying the program. The course is 2/3 practical, 1/3 theory. So you will be doing hands-on practical projects aligned with the industry. So that will be throughout the program. And then the final employer project, which would be the last 6 weeks of the program, you'll be working with a big company external to the LSE, and you're working on their genuine business problems. So you're working on their campaigns, you're working on their data, you're working on their budgets, you're working on their client business situations, you're providing solutions to complex business problems, and you're actually going to be working in small groups with your fellow learners. So, and they will be high caliber like yourself ultimately. So that is the premise of the program, but there is so much more to the course that you can find out much more about if you book a time with myself or my fellow enrollment advisors. There is a link that on the chat box where you can book a time with us and we can have a better conversation from there. So now I am going to go through the Q&As. Thank you for everyone that have asked questions. So John asks, what sets this program apart from others out there? So Fernanda, I think this could be a good question for you. I mean, I'm sure you did your research before joining the LSE. So what set you up, set LSE up
Yeah,
compared to the you
I
did your
think
research on?
the whole thing, right? So because you have the career coach, you have the course, you have the career coach, you have the success managers, and you have the employer project. So you are able to work for a company during a period and put your skills there. So real challenge, like it's close to the reality. So I think this is what makes this course different.
Thank you so much for that, Fernanda. I really appreciate it. So another person has asked, is this a beginner course? Which tools are included? And I saw that there are no exams. You are correct, there are no exams. As Fernanda explained earlier, you're doing hands-on practical projects aligned with the industry. We feel that exams are very helpful when it comes to learning new content and information, which is why we do practical projects throughout the program. I wouldn't say this is a beginner course. This is a program, a career accelerator to up-level, fill in the gaps in your knowledge, upscale in your career in whatever transition you would like to go into. I wouldn't say it's beginner. Ideally, the criteria to join this program is that you would need to hold at least 1 year work experience with exposure to business or marketing, or you have studied a marketing degree or a degree with marketing modules. So that would be like the criteria. So it's not a beginner, but it's a career accelerator. It's for like, acceleration, transitioning, like looking for those promotions to make a transition to a different industry. This is what this program is all about. Tools that are included will be Google Analytics 4, Hotjar, Looker Studio, Miro, and Trello. These will be the tools that will be used throughout the program, and they will be taught by your academic course facilitators as well during the live sessions, which would be twice a week. Hope that answers your question. The next question is by Maria. Did this course help you measure results and show ROI to clients? What did you learn about KPIs, testing, and attribution? That's a really interesting question, Fernanda. I see you're nodding your head. Please feel free to share more.
Yeah, so the second model is focused in data and analytics. So yes, for sure, it teaches you to show how to get there, how to show ROI, how to all the attributions and everything. Obviously, I can't explain everything in just a few seconds, but the model is there, and you can learn this for sure.
Thank you so much for that, Fernanda. Maria also asks, how many projects / assignments did you do, and what were they like? Fernanda, do you want to answer this? Maybe this is a question for you.
Yeah, so there are 4 big assignments, and every week you have like either a paper or a peer review, something that you can do in order to do micro learnings during the model, right? But big assignments are 4, if I'm not wrong.
Thank you for that, Fernanda. Maria also asked another question. Thank you for all the questions, Maria. Love the enthusiasm. She asked, did this course teach you how to build a proper marketing strategy from scratch? So, for example, target audience, positioning, messaging, channel mix, or is it mostly campaign tactics? Fernanda, would you want to answer this?
Yeah, I can do.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You can you learn everything from the beginning. So things like personal analysis, SWOT analysis, how to find your personas, how to develop message for these personas. So all the strategy from beginning to the end, how to get the tactics, you learn, and you do this more than once. So it's a very strong foundation.
Thank you so much for that, Fernanda. Okay, the next question is asked by John, who asked, when is the next intake and how many people are on the course? Very good question, John. So the next intake is the 16th of February. That's the next intake timing. Application, deadline is the 9th of February, but spaces are filling up very quickly because, it's a very popular program. So I would say, book a time with myself today, or other enrollment advisors. It's on the chat box. So you can book a time. There's a link there, and we can have a proper chat about your career goals, what you would like to achieve, and how this program can align with that. And we can talk about the next steps with the application process. So if you see it on the chat box, please book a time with me, guys, and we can have a better conversation. And how many people in the program? So far, we have over 80% of learners secured on the program. Last intake cohort, we had over 65 spaces, but they are all high caliber learners, as we mentioned earlier. So it will be an excellent opportunity to be part of this exciting LSE online community when the program begins. The next person has asked a question for Fernanda again. Fernanda, thank you so much for your lovely participation so far. So, Fernanda, what AI tools do you use in your career?
Yeah, so if it's during the course, we used, for example, AI tools in the data analytics part. For example, to do a cluster analysis, AI tool is really helpful to do this cluster analysis and check what the audience you are targeting to. And on my career, at this moment, I'm concentrated on understanding better how LLMs works, because I work for a tech consulting company. So I'm understanding better how LLMs works, because we want to show up on the chat GPT and all these tools. So it's like, I know there is no recipe there, like it's not a ready way to get there, but there are definitely some different things that you can do. There is a strategy that you can do. You can start work in order to get there. So this is something that I am very concentrated now.
Thank you so much for that, Fernanda. That was really, really clear and coherent. So much appreciated. So Nancy asks another final question. Are all the sessions with the university online? So basically, I would say that, the program is online, it's part-time study, it's asynchronous learning that you can log in anytime, as Fernanda has discussed with her experiences earlier in the session. So because you can log in anytime you want during the week, you don't need to come onto campus. It's not needed, because we designed this program for busy working professionals like Fernanda, so that you can, have that level of flexibility, as long as you can dedicate roughly those 20 hours a week of studying. So I would say that, included in those hours of learning will be the 2-hour live sessions per week. And I'm sure Fernanda spoke about that. So roughly it would be the beginning of the week and the end of the week. Typically Tuesday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and every Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. with your academic course facilitator. So we run these live sessions during the lunchtime hour. We find that really works well for our learners, because it does set the weekly outline of what you need to do for the week. It is highly obligatory to attend these live sessions because it sets that weekly outline. But say there is a day that you absolutely cannot attend a live session, then it will be recorded for your convenience. And say there is a week that is really busy, and because of work, family, etc., and you're finding it hard to allocate those hours of studying, just let your student success manager know. As you know, Fernanda so excellently explained, the student success team, they're here to support you whilst you are balancing your work life, your family, everything else, to help you and ensure that you succeed with this program, you complete it within the 6 months, and you accelerate in your career. So your student success manager, they can, help you schedule hours that are good for you throughout the week if you're finding it difficult to allocate, those hours during busy week or something like that. So yes, it's online. Yes, it's part-time study. But like Fernanda mentioned, there are WhatsApp group chats with your fellow learners. So you have that community. You can meet your fellow learners outside the online space. You can study together. You can have a coffee together, network, grow that professional network. As I mentioned earlier, they are all high caliber learners like yourself. So it's going to be such an immersive space, there is now, you can visit the LSE library on campus. We can have you issued an LSE library card if you want to go to the library, study there with your fellow learners when you have the time. So there is still that community space outside the online space. We just make it online for, busy people like yourself. But, ultimately there is that community offline and online as well, ultimately. So I do hope that answers your question. Anyone else that has any further questions, please don't hesitate to pop a question on the Q&A box, so the icon below. But yeah, no, I can provide a quick overview. As I mentioned, it's a 6-month program. It's online, it's part-time study. We want to help you accelerate your career on an ongoing basis. I would say that our next intake is the 16th of February, and spaces are filling up very, very quickly. So I would say, if you are interested, if you did enjoy Fernanda's chat today, discussing her experiences studying the program, please book a time with myself, so we can have a better conversation about where you would like to go in your career, how you would like to accelerate, and what you would like to do moving forward. So if you book that time with me, we can have a better chat. But yeah, it's, February 16th is the next intake timing. The first 2 weeks will be onboarding orientation. Course 1 will begin in March 2nd. So I would say that, if you start for this upcoming intake, you will finish this program as early as September this year with all the skills and the credentials from the LSE. So, it's not a very long program. It's long enough that you gain those skills, you gain those practical experiences, but it's not long as a 1 year or 2 year course. You gain those skills. You will achieve your goals hopefully by the end of this year, like Fernanda has been. So, Fernanda, is there anything else that you would like to add? Like anything, any thoughts, anything at all?
No, I just think like if you're really thinking of having a good learning and you are stuck for some reason, like this is a very good opportunity. It's a very good opportunity because it's a lot of people that are in the same boat than you are, and you make friends, you learn a lot, and you are able to develop your personal development also. So I really think that is a good opportunity.
Thank you so much for that, Fernanda. Like I said, please book a time on the chat box. And yeah, no, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has tuned in today. We really appreciate your participation, your questions. They were very valuable, detailed questions. So we very much value that. Like, appreciate that. Thank you so much again to Fernanda. A big round of applause for Fernanda's participation, who has been the star and the highlight of this AMA. She has been ever so helpful and, answering all the questions. We really appreciate that. So thank you so much to Fernanda again. And thank you to Danny, who has been our wonderful host that has been, speaking, asking these really good questions and, just discussing more about the program. I would say just moving forward, before we wrap this host today, like this session today, please book a time with myself. It's on the chat box, the webinar chat, and we can have a better conversation. Next intake is 16th of February. Spaces are filling up quickly. So I look forward to speaking to you then. And that's all we can say is that's all today, folks. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for today, Fernanda, and everyone else. Take care. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.